Hello. Oh, God. Hold on. Nerve shit. Hang on. We're going to sit in a deep squat for a minute. I was laying down. Anyway, I was laying down. Doesn't matter. I reached my hand in and pulled out emotional loss. And then these two came out. I went to pull one, but these two came out, right? And what I was getting from this emotional loss, like these two are laying on top of emotional loss. They just want you to know how much you've grown. The choices you have to make and the decisions you make, you've really moved past the emotional loss, because the emotional loss, that feeling of being alone, not wanting to be alone, wanting to be around people, wanting to, where before it's like, it's probably not the best idea to hang around certain people, to be in, for whatever your reason. And there's many, many reasons that are coming through, because there's many people that are probably going to see this at some point in time when it's needed. You're no longer going against yourself. Is that the way to say it? No longer compromising yourself, your situation, choices that you make. It's like, okay, say being an alcoholic, and you just, you used all your friends are in the bar or whatever, or you just feel comfortable there when you're feeling down and lonely because of all this emotional loss, and you're at a low point, right? Or you're just going through some shit, and you're like, man, I would love to I can just probably go in there and hang out and talk to people, get a Coke, and then if I feel like having a drink, I'll leave or whatever. I don't know where that came from, because that's not what I wanted to say before. Just going in there for the camaraderie, I guess. So that's one way, or compromising yourself by hanging around your old crew. Old crew, that's interesting. I don't talk like that, but or your own old crowd, putting yourself in a compromising position because of loneliness, because you're feeling some type of way. You're no longer doing that. So I guess this is a way of spirit, of higher selves, of the realm telling you they see that, we recognize you. That's not what I was going to say. Why did... I don't know, man. There's some great shit I was going to say, but they said shifts that are coming. Yeah. The waiting game. Await for information, and then await for transmission. Await until you get transmission comes through. It's like being on a space station, or why would I say space station? Something to do with aliens, something to do with the space, something to do with whatever. Don't do anything, don't launch the torpedoes or the nukes, or don't fire those missiles or whatever. Await for command, right? Await for transmission is how it's coming through. So that's for somebody. I was immediately noticed these two things, and it's like that too, that fellowship, that what came up earlier, that spiritual union, holding out for the best. I mean, it's not, you don't even, it's not even holding out. Yeah, it is. Stop trying to take. That's not gaslighting, but I don't know, really, maybe I don't know what gaslighting means. Anyway, trying to, it's okay to say, fuck yeah, I'm doing good. My life experience has brought me to a dreamer state. If I had wings, I could fly. You don't need wings, you have angels, so to speak, you know? Besides, it's just a metaphor anyway, right? What are all these? I need to see this. Don't give up. Protect whatever. Ace of Pentacles. The Sun. Six of Cups. Memories from your history or childhood. I heard closing out. You're the star. You're the Queen of Earth. The Queen of Air. All of it, actually. High Priestess. Here's Emperor. Emperor, Two of Fire, Strength. Did you see you had the star? You know, I'm hearing all of it. Six of Swords. Well on your way. Birthing that. Dragon, right? The rise of the dragon. But don't they talk about the dragon being, you know, like Lucifer or something? Yeah, so it's interesting about this whole dragon thing. I heard they demonized it. They made everything upside down, backwards. Nobody really, those that get it, that's why I'm hearing those that get it and see past that illusion, that's why they're targeted. But why does it affect some and not others? That's interesting, right? Because you're thinking that, well, these other people, you know, they're doctors, they're psychotherapist, you know, they've gone to school, they've done all this, and they talk about the same things we're talking about. Why are they not threatened about an ordinary person like you that considers themselves really nothing in this world? You know what I mean by means of stardom and celebrity status. Why do you get all this shit? Why is that? The search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Because that's why your desire to move on from this. But no, because we're still trying to judge a book by its cover. Meaning we're still trying to go, well, why aren't they targeted? Because they're this, but they're not you. Just because their outside cover may be a celebrity to the world, they don't have what you have on the inside. They're a spokesperson. Everybody has their part. Four of Earth and Awakening. I don't know why they want me to go from side to side. You know, they're having me do it like this, one from each. I don't know what they are. I can't, it's glared enough and I don't have my glasses on where I can't see. I don't know when I'm supposed to stop. Here comes the Sun. I think I saw that. They wanted me to, I picked this one up with this one. So these two go together in this, whatever that is. Okay. To bring, yeah, it had to go that way to bring these other two. See, something was out of order. I had to grab an extra one so the next two can come together. See, there's a reason for there's a madness to the method and a method to the madness. I still don't know what they are. These cards, they were just for you. It was none of my business. Okay. I'm not even curious. No, not at all. Somebody's like, aren't you at least a little bit curious? I was for a second, but no, not at the end of the day. So this is the 3 that came out. It's these 2. And this was like this. So I couldn't see it, right? It was face down. Time to buckle down and get things done. Because you have an Ace of Pentacles and delivered by the Sun. They say the sun is, the sun, S-O-N, is God, right? But there's also the sun. I mean, I feel like, I hear it. Take it in stride. Don't ask, take what in stride, because that, obviously, it wasn't for you, because the person that was meant for it got it. Don't you just love when shit like that happens? That's the truth. Love is all you need. Yeah. Mystery blessings. Because you're the light. You're the lighthouse. Who brings hope. Because people will see, they're going to relate to you somehow. And they're going to see that you got through it. And that gives people hope. If somebody else can do it, I think I can too. That's why it's important to share your voice. And they're telling me authenticity is so important, because in a world where everyone just wants to be like everyone else, there's others that they need us. They need us, the ones that are willing to talk and that are guided to share our story, no matter what it was, no matter what it looks like and how it sounds. Because there's somebody that needs that. That I got inspired that way. I know it's scary, but fuck it, man. You're either a sheeple or you're not. Otherworldly. But we have to be willing to actually really turn away and make the decision to break free. Accept. Positivity, using those feelings. Patience is the hardest thing, right? For me. For most of us, especially in this day and age when everything is instant. People want everything to be instant. I mean, I was like that as a kid. Anyway, when I wanted something, I want it fucking now, Come on. Does anyone relate to that? I want it like yesterday. So don't tell me a year from now. Fuck. But how fast did these past 4 years go? We're already in fucking April. Before you know it, it's going to be September. I'm telling you. Christmas? What? We just had that. Helpful people. You're ready. You're ready for those helpful people. Be assertive. Stay on track. Stay on focus, right? Keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing and love every minute of it. Because you're awaiting more information. Remember, they said that earlier. They're showing me that oracle card in here. Meanwhile, you're in recovery. The old being replaced with the new. Yes, with an exclamation point. Because somebody was reading that and they had a question in their head and the answer was yes with an exclamation point. Here's your mother flipping sign. Get after it. What were we looking for? The oracle. But we're here for the earth. I guess I was hoping for, I don't know, I just like to shuffle. There's no oracle in there. Or there, but hold on. What did we get? Mother Earth. Because that's what that's what we're working towards. Father Sky. Protection Guardian, right? Father Sky. You're protected. Period. Summer. We haven't hit summer yet. It's still spring. Where's the bunny? And holding that space. Abso-freaking-lutely. Gonna harden my heart. Gonna swallow my love and let yourself be loved. Yep. You're holding that space. Trusting in the unknown. I didn't read these before. Taking charge of your life with authority. Yeah. Take note of intuitive messages. This is where we're at right now. In the middle. Halfway, that liminal space. Ooh. You are the medicine, I heard. You reflect back to people with their darkness. Wow, their darkness? I don't know. I don't. Think of the things that keep you from the light, which is lightheartedness, which is love. Think of it like that. Keeping you in the dark, you know. Not that it's evil spirits and demonic things, just, you know, that dark cloud, that everything that isn't on the love vibration is on a low vibration, and it's like, you can call it negative, you can call it whatever you want. It just doesn't feel good. That's when you choose a new direction. And your ego's going to scream, no. Oh, wait, hold on. But you're like, nope, I know I have to do this because I've been working on things. I took some action. I'm ready to fly. With some helpful people along the way. When the teacher awakens, the students will come. You stop trying to do it on your own. Well, you said that. And you're saying be assertive. Why is that contradictory? It's not really, if you think about it. Well, how it came through to me. They said there's a healthy balance. And we don't need to get into it. It's not for me to tell you what to, you know what I mean? They're really big on you thinking for yourself. You know, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either, but there's some kind of method to that madness that they pull me into. And it's all training. It's all practice. It's all simulation. Till it's go time, 1919. That's what you're reaching. This is what you'll find. Because it's already written in the stars. That some people read. It's a frequency. When you reach your vibration, they don't want us to wake up and reach our vibration. It doesn't matter what anyone else wants. You're in control of the human. Get that through your freaking head. It just makes sense. If you listen to quantum physics and I'm hearing quantum entanglements, whatever that is. Thoroughly. String theory, but I don't know about that. But they're showing how everything's interconnected, and I guess that's where they said string theory, but that's where, where the string, where we're all connected, that string of fate. I'm getting, just remember, if you do something against somebody's will, like I put a spell on you, like that kind of shit that makes people love you or want you or whatever people fucking do, bro. It never ends up well. And that's not right to do that to somebody else's life without them having a choice. Ew, how disgusting would that be? Why would and it's funny, I was going to say, why would somebody put a love spell on somebody? Who does that? And then the love card came out. How could you ever feel good about that, knowing that it's not real? And eventually, it's not going to turn out great. Just think about what happens when you leave your human. Yikes. I worry more about where they decide your fucking soul goes, because it's not that anyone else is going to decide, because your frequency, you won't be able to get through. I'm hearing the portal. It's an energy thing. It's a vibrational frequency thing. Isn't that what Tesla and all of them talk about? Think of yourself as just like a musical note. That's what I'm seeing, a musical note. Right? A pretty swirl, one of those kind of, I don't know, musical notes, but not just the things that we see, the pretty like S almost looking type of, is that a musical note? Anyway, that's what I'm hearing. And there's a place in this portal they're showing me that it's like when you give kids the thing and it has a circle, a square, a triangle, a star. They have to, when they're real, you start them real young to find what goes in what. Unless you reach that frequency, you're not going to fit through your slot. There will be no slot for you. They're giving me like, so you don't get to go to this ascension. You get thrown in this discarded, the ones that don't fit. I don't know if any of that's a real thing, but that's how they're showing me, and they're bringing me back to the Ankh. Something I heard about Thoth. And you ask anybody, I don't read. So it's very little. I can read. I do what I'm told, or I'm guided now. That's all I do. There's no method to my madness, because it's not my madness. It's their method. But something about having a frequency to be able to go somewhere. I keep feeling like he's getting in like a pod. Like his consciousness going into like an avatar. But something about this pod, or this place you can't, it's something about a frequency. It's a vibration. Think of a frequency as a beautiful musical note. Because it is tones, right? Right? It's different. It will all happen when you're ready, when you reach this consciousness. It's a soul's journey. So take that however you want to look at it. But I want to say it kind of, sounds like just said in a different way for people to understand in this day and age of what we live and we see in our cultures, in our world, what we're shown, what we're force fed. Not really force fed because we locked ourselves here. We got by with a little help from our friends. They're not really friends though. I feel like the word friend means exactly what friends usually end up being. Frenemies. Anyway, that's what we are. So something about frequency. The higher the frequency, the higher the vibration, the higher the field, the higher the knowledge. That's already there. It awakens. It's like there's little levels and locks and keys, but you have to get this, and this right. It unlocks a different thing, and then like here it comes. They're showing me the card. New abilities emerging. They were always there. They were just under lock and key. The only way to open them is to do whatever lock is put on it by the Most High. And once you do that, you can't fake it. You can't fake it. You can't fake it. You can't steal it. You can't do anything. I'm hearing it's bulletproof. You just can't. It's a frequency thing. It has to fit perfectly you can't put, you know what I mean? A square through a peg hole or whatever they say. So there's it's a whole new, it's not a whole new idea. It's just about coming home to yourself. We could say it so many different ways, but at the end of the day, it's everything Jesus said. I believe, then I could be programmed to believe that too. You know? All I know is the way I used to be before I started doing this, I'm way better now. Who cares about the outside? I'm way better now. This is what I've been working towards. Oh, and still, and we said it earlier. Then illusions are gone. God is waiting on you. And shit will start unlocking, and then comes to the acceptance part. Things you always knew, but they're really real. And you're like, what? Now I gotta what? Oh, la, 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 la. It's a process. The great thing is, you have enough time, because they're giving me it's designed, like at a certain time, at a certain this, at a certain that, then oh my gosh, then it locks into place, and then it's over. Yes. They're showing me 13 ghosts on that big thing. They needed the 13th ghost at this certain time or whatever, you know what I mean? 4 years ago, or for the past 4 years or whatever, I have was getting a thing. There's something about as above, so below, like the same magnetic, energetic, whatever energy field, ley lines line up with I guess the stars above or whatever, and it's like it like locks in place, and once that happens, it's done. There's no going back. I mean, that's the beginning to the end, which is actually the beginning. So it's just back where you started. Get back. But if we're going to believe that all of this end of the world and all that, do we not believe then for a millennia? Which should be 1,000,000 years and not 1,000 if you think about what millennia means. Literally almost has 1,000,000 in there. But anyway, of peace. What they call the new earth. But if none of it's true, at least I'm happy now in this lifetime, in this body, and the only thing that matters is right now. Then who gives a fuck? It's not going to change who I am. Oh, damn. Man, I really should have just stayed doing drugs and feeling like shit and fucking everyone. Yeah, I should have just done that if I knew, blah, blah, blah. No. I don't know where that came from, but no, I'm not going to feel that way at the end. I'm going to be thankful that I got to this peace, love inside for me. Now, I don't think everybody wants that. I guess it all just matters on your belief. I believe, yeah, I'm on the right track. I believe also that I'm going to get younger. I believe that because the decisions and the choices and the things that I make are going to gradually, they'll build up, they'll build up, they'll build up. And the more junk that's cleared out of my system, energetically too, food, all of that, and out in nature more, and out from the of all the fucking, I'm hearing EMFs. I don't know what the fucking wire, all the bullshit that we're under, electricity and all that shit, right? That you'll begin to you won't be as dehydrated because you're going to change your diet. It won't be as acidic either. You'll be eating like a human is supposed to eat. And you'll be happy. That's what's going to make the difference. You'll be happy. And you wear it well. So you're going to begin to look different. You're going to become younger. You wear it well. They may be just laying there, but get ready. They're about to take off. Because we are the world. Children are our future. They don't, I mean, are they though? How much longer are we going to be around? I don't know. I don't know. Finally leaving the devil planet. Are you excited to get back to your origin? I'm hearing. It's not roots, it's origin. And this ain't it. I'm hearing this is like a helter-skelter. You really can't say that you really fell for all of it. Really? Not even in the back of your mind. You thought something was up, but you just, I don't know. Addicted to social media, addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to shopping, addicted to staring at your phone, addicted to followers, addicted to being seen. Social media, yeah, can either be used for good or used to destroy. It's each individual person's choice. Namaste.